The right to interpret belongs to the highest ruler of the three realms in Journey to the West. The Jade Emperor's celestial bureaucracy includes immortals like Buddha and Guanyin. They are part of the celestial system and are among the five elders. If you don't have a position in this system, no matter how powerful you are, without backing, you are doomed. In Journey to the West, the only ones without a position or backing who didn't get killed in battles are Ruyi, True Immortal, and Nine-Headed Insect. These two demon immortals and demon gods have blurred boundaries, but why is this determined by the celestial system? In other words, why exactly do you need to have a position in order to qualify as an immortal? What is it that gives the immortals such enormous authority? The answer is very simple: immortality. The original text is clear. The ancestors eternally reside on the path of immortality, never falling into reincarnation, passing through the ages. This is not something I'm making up. As we know from Journey to the West, even immortals have lifespans and can eventually die. The so-called immortality is a relative concept of lifespan, as detailed in the 3rd chapter. In Journey to the West, 3 things can extend life or grant immortality: Tang monk's flesh, ginseng fruit, and peaches of immortality. Let's break it down using Maslow's hierarchy of needs. According to this theory, the most basic need that humans have is physiological or survival needs. In Journey to the West, whether they are immortal beings or demons, their fundamental motivation is to live and to survive. The Dragon King of Jing River begged Emperor Taizong of Tang to spare his life. The demons on the journey to fetch the scriptures desperately wanted to eat Tang Monk's flesh for immortality. Zhen Yuan Daxian, leader of the terrestrial immortals, held the key resource of ginseng fruit. However, although ginseng fruit can extend life, it doesn't match the longevity effect of the peaches of immortality. Moreover, there are only 30 ginseng fruits, far fewer than the 3,600 peach trees, each bearing hundreds of peaches. Therefore, although Zhen Yuan Daxian is the leader of terrestrial immortals, he cannot compare to the Jade Emperor's rule. The unwavering loyalty of the celestial immortals to the Jade Emperor is primarily due to the fact that the Jade Emperor, along with the Queen Mother, holds control over the core resource of immortality, which is the highly coveted peaches of immortality. At this point in the discussion, some individuals might start cursing and exclaiming, "You, the uploader, are talking nonsense." However, this is not nonsense at all. The original text clearly points this out in a straightforward manner. In Chapter 4, when Taibai Jingxing petitions the Jade Emperor again to recruit Sun Wukong, it is very clear. The core reason the Jade Emperor was willing to appoint Wukong as the great sage equal to heaven lies here. No matter how arrogant your title is, even if it's the great sage equal to heaven or a god-defying heaven, as long as you don't take a salary, everything is negotiable with the Jade Emperor. So, Taibai Jingxing is really cunning. The salary referred to here is the core resource that the Jade Emperor utilizes to sustain his rule over the 3 realms, which are the peaches of immortality. In the 6th chapter, the Jade Emperor tells Guanyin very clearly why Wukong wasn't invited to the peach banquet. He's not on the payroll, so he wasn't invited. Because Wukong is not on the payroll, he can't eat the peaches. In other words, any celestial immortal who holds an official position and receives a salary is eligible to eat the peaches. The peach banquet is an event that is held annually, and it is equivalent to giving the celestial immortals their annual salary. There's an interesting hint and a fascinating connection about the peaches mentioned here. Before Wukong was appointed Great Sage equal to heaven, the peach orchard wasn't managed by any direct celestial immortal. The land gods and strong men were just workers and gatekeepers, as mentioned in the 5th chapter. Before Wukong came into the picture, the peach trees were personally managed and cultivated by the Queen Mother herself. This is written in the 5th chapter. The Jade Emperor's thinking is also interesting. In an era without financial accounting and auditing, it might have been to prevent internal staff from giving themselves extra salaries and internal corruption. Such precious and valuable peaches naturally couldn't be entrusted to those who were merely on the payroll. And Wukong, the great sage equal to heaven, who foolishly didn't want a salary, was the perfect candidate. Unfortunately, What the Jade Emperor thought was a brilliant personnel arrangement turned out to be a common mistake. The connection is quite interesting. Wukong is a monkey. How could he not love eating peaches? Secondly, Wukong's initial goal in life was to achieve the state of immortality. This is clearly stated at the start of the first chapter, and your flat peaches just happen to have that effect. So, Wukong ate all the big peaches on the back tree that could grant immortality, leaving only the half-red, half-white and green-skinned unripe peaches. These peaches take 9,000 years to ripen. However, perhaps no one could have anticipated that Wukong's theft of the flat peaches and his audacious ride to the heavenly palace would plant a seed of destruction for the gods. It triggered the black myth, Wukong's annihilation of gods and Buddhas, rampant demons, and the collapse of the three realms. The flat peaches in the Flat Peach Garden were cultivated by the Queen Mother, with 3,600 trees in total. The first 1,200 trees ripen every 3,000 years, and eating them grants immortality. They are the entry-level salary for the gods of the heavenly palace, and might be provided for the 100,000 heavenly soldiers and lower-level gods. The middle 1,200 trees ripen once every 6,000 years, and eating them grants immortality, likely for gods with some rank. The back 1,200 trees ripen once every 9,000 years, and eating them grants longevity equal to heaven and earth, and are meant for the famous gods and Buddhas of the heavens. For example, the Flat Peach Banquet invites the 5 elders, including Guanyin and Tathagata. Coincidentally, the greedy Wukong ate the 9,000-year flat peaches that grant longevity equal to heaven and earth, and he ate all the ripe ones. The original text states that not even half a big peach was left, which is a very terrifying thing. You must know that the big peaches on the back tree take 9,000 years to bear fruit, and now only unripe green peaches are left. In the heavenly realm, 1 day in heaven equals 1 year on earth. So 9,000 years in heaven means 3.28 million years have passed on earth. At this point, from a company perspective, examining the current heavenly palace and the god system, for the heavenly palace, 1/3 of the flat peaches that maintain its rule and structure have been eaten. Moreover, the most important big peaches were eaten. We know that the Flat Peach Banquet is held every year, which means that every year some gods need the flat peaches to continue their longevity and maintain their eternal youth. And now, all the remaining big peaches are unripe and need 9,000 years of heavenly time. At this point, there is no other way. The middle peaches meant for mid-level gods will go to upper-level gods, and the small peaches meant for lower-level gods will go to mid-level gods. Lower-level gods will have nothing for nearly 1,000 years. At this point in time, the official system of the heavenly palace has a significant and noticeable gap. Considering what we know, the lives of gods are not infinite and need the flat peaches to extend their longevity. This creates a very terrifying situation. The lower-level gods, including the 100,000 heavenly soldiers and lower-level positions like the land gods, can no longer extend their longevity through the flat peaches. The god system is interconnected, and without this connection, the lower-level gods naturally lose their reason and qualification to continue being gods. It's like a company facing difficulties. It will naturally optimize its mid and lower level employees, causing the workers to shed tears. So don't forget, what was the initial question of our reasoning? Why did the 4 poisons in 10 tubes, as members of the Heavenly Palace god system, stop guarding the 4 poisons? In PV1, when the protagonist causes havoc in the Heavenly Palace, the 100,000 heavenly soldiers and generals appear as monsters. In PV1, the land god appears withered, and in PV2, the land god even appears as a monster. In PV2, the yellow eyebrow old monster and a group of mini-monster Buddhas reappear as monsters. Survival or death? This is a question. The mid and lower level gods face only 2 choices: accept their fate and die, or descend to the lower realm and fight against the upper level gods to seize the right to survive. But no matter what the gods ultimately choose, it will lead to a large number of gods either dying or falling. Ultimately, the Celestial Mansion's power is severely weakened. When the power of the celestial ancestors weakens and is suppressed by the celestial race, the demon race, oppressed for thousands of years, finally has a chance to resist. Like the murals in the previous life in PV, the demon race launches a final attack on the weakened celestial race. The celestial race either dies in battle or descends to the lower realm, becoming part of the demon race. In the end, there is no trace of the celestial mansion in the world. The demon race masters the heavenly palace. This is why the heavenly soldiers and generals in PV appear as monsters. The image of the land god is terrifying,